All right. Thank you so much for joining us here in Game 4 of the Lakers Invitational Tip-Off Tournament. We've got the Hartland Huskies and the John Caldwell Golden Knights both looking for their first victory of the weekend. Hartland dropped their first game to FCA on Friday to tip off the tournament, and John Caldwell lost the late-night game to Harvey. Both teams hungry for a win here, as the initial shot by Hartland goes wide, but they've got a steal. Here's Addison Peary now, looking for Kylie Markey, whose shot goes just wide, and John Caldwell will take over. Tough defense from Hartland, playing a full-court press here. John Caldwell having a tough time getting it out of the zone, but they do.
Hartland has a really strong defense. We saw that last night. Whereas John Caldwell was also the team that was able to get the closest score to Harvey.
That's true. Harvey, after their dismantling of FCA this morning, looking like the favorites, and John Caldwell gaining a lot more respect for having kept it so close.
Exactly. You can definitely see that there was a lot of work that was put into just even keeping the game alive. Yeah.
Here's Hayden Dion. Finds her teammate Jolene McCarthy for the long-range shot, but that goes wide. Steal now by Dion. Nicely done. Kind of trapped to the line, but brings it back. Alyssa Sullivan, the only point scored in this game so far for John Caldwell. Passes it out, but the shot from the Knights goes wide. Janessa Brown, and that pass is tipped by the Golden Knights. You got a jump ball now as the girls kind of wrestle on the ground. So 2-0 here in the early going for John Caldwell. Back and forth. I'd say the Knights have had a couple more chances, but Hartland's right in there with them still.
Oh, most definitely. Just like last night, they're both playing very similar to how they did against FCA and Harvey.
Yeah.
Both John Caldwell has a very strong offense, I find, which is hard because also Hartland has strong defense.
Yeah, should be a good strength versus strength matchup.
Exactly. I think this is going to be a really interesting game.
Here's Kate Toner. Finds Alyssa Sullivan on the inside. Back outside to Kate Toner. Shot falls short, and the Huskies take over. Kylie Markey will pass to Addison Peary. Peary looking for Markey, and the key shot pass, just a little off, but still recovered well. Jael Krause, trying to put that away unsuccessfully. Here's Annie Morrison now with the Golden Knights counterattack. Alyssa Sullivan freezes the defense there, drives in and scores another 2. She's got the only points on the board for either team now as John Caldwell adds to their early lead.
Exciting.
Long pass to Krause. Trapped now, but finds Janessa Brown at the top of the circle. Brown shot. Rolls around and just rolls out.
Really entertaining game. I'm very intrigued to see what happens next. Because while John Caldwell has the lead right now, just like we saw right there, the Huskies still have a chance to come back. It's very early on.
Still very tight. Game can reverse in a flash as Kylie Markey gets her team on the board. She's on defense now, forcing a misplay by senior Jenna McCarthy. One of only 2 grade 12 students on this John Caldwell team, but it is a fairly veteran team.
Yeah.
Most of the players are in grade 11 with Jenna McCarthy and Madison Ryu in grade 12. Here's Kylie Markey, herself a grade 10 student for the Huskies. Shot goes wide, but it is retained by the Huskies with possession as Janessa Brown's shot also bounces out, and this time it is the Golden Knights taking over. Stretch pass down to Hayden Dion. That's a great C from Morrison. Golden Knights unable to convert, but they still have it. Swinging out to Jenna McCarthy. And called for a travel there. As the Golden Knights turn it over. Saw this a little bit with the Harvey game as well last night. Both Harvey and John Caldwell. A little slow to start. The first quarter ended, I believe, with a score of 3-2.
It was it was absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I was worried because I didn't know how much they were going to score. I find teams that are most evenly matched score the least amount of points.
Yeah, but of course this is the tip-off tournament. These teams still very early in the season. And last night, of course, the Knights did recover from the slow start, as did the Lakers, to give us a great game. And I expect we'll see maybe something of the same here. Alyssa Sullivan, the points scorer, if you missed it. She has all 6 of the Golden Knights' points. It is Kylie Markey for the Huskies who is responsible for the brace on the board. Score is 6-2 in favor of the Golden Knights. As it is number 8, Janessa Brown, grade 10 student at the line. In contrast to the Golden Knights, the Hartland Huskies are a very young team. They have 1 student in grade 12, 2 in grade 11, the rest in grade 10 or grade 9.
There's even more grade 9ers than there is grade 10 as well.
Yeah.
They have the same amount of players too, is the thing.
Yep.
Really interesting.
Both teams dressing 10, which the Harvey Lakers also have. It's the FCA Eagles with the longest roster in this tournament.
I find teams with the most, like the youngest players in a season would have had the oldest players last season.
Mm-hmm.
And they all graduated.
Yeah.
So they had to get more rookies this year.
Exactly. And these kind of early tip-off tournaments are a great time to get your feet wet in senior ball.
Exactly. And they're doing a really good job, too.
Yep, hanging with this veteran-heavy John Caldwell team.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I believe that was Kate Toner putting 2 on the board for the team from Grand Falls. Score is now 3-8 in favor of the Golden Knights. Here's Janessa Brown. She runs into some trouble, but the Huskies maintain possession. Addison Peary finding Markey in the key. Just got to pass that out to Layla Walton, whose shot just goes over the net. Brown still has it, though, and Brown is good. There's a long 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
As here's Annie Morrison looking across to I believe that was Vanessa. Oh, no, check that, number 5. That was Madison Ryu for the Golden Knights. Number 5 and number 8 look pretty similar. One thing I did want to say about the new Lakers jerseys that we saw both last night, they're gold, and today they're green. The numbers are great. Very crisp, very clear, very big. Easy to read, a commentator's dream.
The hardest thing about last year was how hard the old jerseys were to read.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the hardest thing. There's plenty of things that are more difficult.
One of the things.
One of the things, though. There's plenty.
Yep. All right, here is Brown going for another couple points. That rolls out, but Peary still has it. Peary is blocked there, and it will be a foul called. That's the second against the Golden Knights, and it'll be another shooting foul. So we'll send Addison Peary, one of the 2 grade 11 students on this team, to the line. And let's see, it was Alyssa Sullivan, the guilty party. Also the Golden Knights' top scorer. So, you win some, you lose some. Here's Peary now. First shot is no good. Second shot up. That bounces out, but the Huskies still have it. Nice work by Janessa Brown on that rebound. Here's Kraus looking again. And finally, the Golden Knights take over. Alyssa Sullivan under the net, and she breaks free. Streaming down the sideline and finds, I think that was Dion. Yep, it was. Now Dion getting in there for the jump ball. And we'll force that jump ball. Dusting it up with Jael Kraus, one of the many grade 9 students on this Husky squad. Here's Peary. Nice C for Janessa Brown. Looking over to Haley Johnston, who puts that up. That will not quite reach the net, and Alyssa Sullivan takes over. Here comes Morrison. Looking for Dion, past just a little too much mustard. That will go out of bounds, I believe. And here are the Huskies. John Caldwell now playing tight D. But the Huskies break through. Long 3-point shot attempt from Janessa Brown. That bounces out. And it's Kate Toner securing the ball for the Golden Knights. Morrison looking around. Nice work poking in there by Janessa Brown, but the Knights still have it. Dion with the 3-point shot attempt. That goes up, bounces, and just bounces out. Tough break for the Knights. Here comes Kraus on the counterattack. Looking back at the circle for Brown. Brown with the shot, and it falls just short. Ooh, nice work by Kraus with the jump to keep that in. Great work from the Husky rookie, I must imagine, as a grade 9 student. Probably a rookie, although not always the case. As on John Caldwell's team this year, there is a grade 8 student. And on Harvey last year, there was a grade 8 student. So, not unheard of. Alyssa Sullivan, definitely not a grade 8 student. She's in grade 11 with 8 points to her name already. Jael Kraus looking around. She turns and shoots from inside the key. That will just bounce out, though. Morrison secures it. Here comes Morrison, outrunning the defender. Finds Sullivan right at the side of the key, but that ball will not go. Kraus now countering. Comes up the sideline, just inside the circle, looking across for Haley Johnston, who has it, another grade 9 student, and gets into a bit of a wrestling match with Kate Toner. As there's a timeout called. I'm not sure which team called that, but we'll wait for the referee to come to the middle and give us the signal. Timeout by the Golden Knights. Yeah. So what are you seeing so far, Cecilia?
What am I seeing? Just like a lot of really good plays. It's a lot of back and forth too, I find, with both teams being very equally matched. The Huskies definitely have come back from their game last night. They are playing so much stronger than they played last night, and they played really well last night too, I find. What's the score?
Score is 5-12 currently in favor of the Golden Knights. But I think you're right, Cecilia. It looked early on with John Caldwell scoring a lot of the early points. And they do still have a significant lead, but it's the first quarter, still very early. And Huskies are going back and forth.
Having John Caldwell call this timeout, it definitely shows that they know that the Huskies are going to be able to, I think, catch up. In my opinion, I think they'll be able to catch up to, like, tie the game at least.
Yep.
Because they're very equally matched to John Caldwell, and they're very good on defense.
Yep. As a veteran team, you do have those higher expectations coming in.
Exactly. Yes, it's multiple people's first game.
Yep. All right. Morrison, that ball poked out by Brown, so the Knights maintain possession. But the Huskies able to set up now. Here's Dion to Morrison, back to Dion, handing off to Toner. Finds Morrison. Nice long pass to Jenna McCarthy. And that's put up and in by Madison Ryu, one of the 2 grade 12 students on this John Caldwell squad. Nice stretch pass for Grace McCulley, checking in for the Huskies, and ball is lost. McCulley getting hands on it, kind of disrupting that pass, and the Huskies maintain possession in the offensive zone. Good hustle for the girl coming off the bench there. As the Huskies put it in. Really stretching the offensive zone here. Caitlin Faulkner looking around, finds Addison Peary. Peary with the long range shot attempt, and that bounces back, but the Huskies still have it. Brown back to Peary. Peary making her move, looking to drive in, can't get into the key, turns and shoots from outside, and she's still good. 2 more on the board for the Huskies. Nice handoff there, reverse to Jenna McCarthy. Kate Toner looking for it, now back out to Morrison. Morrison waits a minute and sets up Hayden Dion. Beautiful, uninterrupted 3-point shot, and with so much time and space, that is a success. Well done by Hayden Dion, and a good C by the rest of the Golden Knights to set that up. Here comes Kraus looking to put a couple more on the board. Trying to get some of those points back. 17-9 your score now as we near the end of the first quarter. Jenna McCarthy over to Dion. Morrison coming into the center with speed, gets it, passes back out to Dion. This shot, 3-point shot attempt, will fall short as the Huskies take over. Kraus now looking across the way for Janessa Brown. Brown making her move into the key, drives it and shoots. Nicely done by Janessa Brown.
Exactly what I was expecting with the Huskies being able to come back from their point deficit.
Yeah, they're showing they got some fight in them.
Exactly.
Huskies got that dog. So Kylie Markey and Summer Orser, pair of grade 10 students, are going to check in. Give starters Addison Peary and Janessa Brown a break. Markey a starter as well. This might be the first time Orser's seen the court. As we've got number 10, Kate Toner, at the line for the first attempts of any of the Golden Knights. First shot bounces out. And second shot now. That goes up, bounces out as well. Nice work by Kylie Markey. Oh, boxed out but turned over. Jenna McCarthy stealing that. Here comes Morrison back outside to McCarthy. McCarthy with a long-range two-point shot attempt. And still fighting for the rebound are the Golden Knights. That's Krause and I believe number 11, Hayden Dion, mixing it up for that jump ball. So very quick attack needed right now. Jael Krause needs to shoot here. Time running out. And that's pretty much going to do it for the first quarter. Mere 0.2 seconds on the clock here. Morrison not even time to turn and shoot. So that will conclude the first quarter. John Caldwell up by 6, 17-11 is the score.
Huskies managing to bring it back up a little bit. I'm excited to see what they do in the second quarter and so on in the game. I think this point will be more of a low-scoring game.
It could be.
It's a bit more than Harvey and John Caldwell had at their first of their game.
Yep.
But also at the same point in time, there's not many shot attempts. Even with the Harvey John Caldwell game, there was a lot of shot attempts. Here, there's less so. There's just a lot of back and forth. Teams are taking a bit more
time to set up.
Yeah, there's a lot more plays, I find.
So we'll see if that continues as we move into the second quarter.
Yeah.
Both teams should be fully awake by now. It is 1:30 p.m., which is just around when I think most teenagers are waking up on a Saturday. So hopefully they're more in their element. Should shout out our minor officials as well. Violet McDonald is on the scoreboard, and senior girl Emma McFadgen taking a break from playing as the Harvey Lakers have a 2-game break. She has offered to step in and work the score sheet. Big thanks as well to our team up here in the skybox. We've got Ashton Little and Jay Gillett running console. Austin Jameson is running our scoreboard, and Cecilia is not only helping me here on commentary, she has also taken on the camera role. So big thanks, Cecilia, for pulling double duty.
Thank you for the play-by-play. I really appreciate it. It's not my strong suit, so anyone that can do it, I'm really appreciative.
No worries. Yeah, you often find commentators will specialize, right?
Yeah.
And you can excel in one and really struggle in the other, and that's pretty much how it is. As it will be a John Caldwell offensive zone to start the game, or start the second quarter, rather. Here's Morrison looking around. Still most of their starters out here. There's Jenna McCarthy. Long three-point shot attempt. That's no good. Janessa Brown has it, but John Caldwell fighting for those rebounds and creating a turnover there. Nice work by Madison Ryu. There's Morrison to get this started. Caldwell running some switches to get open. Jenna McCarthy finds it. Out to Ryu. Back into Morrison in the corner. Bumped out to, I believe that was McCarthy going for three. That's no good. Tight defense now on Addison Peary, but Peary manages to get away. Long pass up to Summer Orser. He's going to start this offensive drive. Finds Janessa Brown. Brown punching inside the circle, but kicks back out to Peary. Peary from the top of the key, and that will bounce around and just roll out. Jenna McCarthy taking over for the Golden Knights. Morrison, stretch pass down to Dion in the corner. Dion for three. And it will bounce up and out. Summer Orser takes over for the Huskies. This is a bit more back and forth. There's
It is.
Addison Peary finds Orser at the top of the circle. Orser, long 2-point shot attempt. That looks pretty good, but bounced out, unfortunately, as Morrison takes over. Morrison to Dion right there in the key. That's no good. Here's Orser again. Coming up with speed. Finds Kylie Markey at the circle. Jael Kraus. Back up to Peary. Peary driving in. Mid-range shot attempts. That will go out, and Hayden Dion has it for the Golden Knights. Morrison has a receiver down there in the key, but the pass just evades her. Coaches Carey Tricarton and Cruz Bell for the Hartland Huskies. Although I don't see Cruz, so I think it's just Carey Tricarton helping out, as Aaron McLaughlin for the John Caldwell Golden Knights does the same as he's coaching up his sub, getting ready to come in back into the game. Nice work there, Janessa Brown. Another 2 for the Huskies. She is Hartland's leading scorer with 6 points to her name, just under half of the entire pack's points. Sub now is Alyssa Sullivan, leading scorer for the Golden Knights. We'll check back into the game. Here's Peary to Brown, back to Peary as the girls bring it up. John Caldwell's kind of laid off that full court press they had earlier. It's kind of like a zone defense at the line. I think that was number 7, Summer Orser, looking for the net in there. Bounces out. Ooh, and Ryu almost had a breakaway, but decides to slow things down, let the girls set up. Pushed out to Morrison for 3. That shot will bounce up. Nice work by McCarthy and Orser. Dusting it up, but I think the foul will be called on Orser, as it looks like, yep, the Knights have maintained possession. That is correct, yep. Neither team really in too much foul trouble right now.
No.
As Hayden Dion from the corner. That will bounce just out. So here comes Addison Peary. Peary, nice interception there. That's Ryu getting it. Has a teammate Dion, but now it's the Golden Knights committing the turnover, as Janessa Brown has that ball. Morrison brings the ball up for the Knights. Pushes it out to McCarthy. McCarthy with the shot attempt. That's no good. Here comes Kraus now. Just one mark to beat. Puts the ball up, but that rolls just out. Morrison looking for help. Finds it outside, and Jenna McCarthy. Nice work by J.L. Kraus, rather. The coach is Cruz. The player is Kraus, number 12. Jael Kraus getting hands in there to break that up, as Hartland will call their first time out of the game. So, fairly low-scoring second quarter as well.
It is. Have the Golden Knights gotten a single?
They have not. Nope. They were up 17-11 at the first quarter.
Huskies managed to get one.
They have, yep.
Very low. It's
Yep.
It's already like 3 minutes into the game.
3 minutes into the quarter here.
So you can't really count anything out at this point. But no. I do think this will be a pretty low scoring game just in general. Both teams seem to want to set up more than take any shot they can.
I think you may be right, yeah. And the shots we are seeing, they haven't been bouncing in. Although there have been a few that have been looking on target, just not getting the bounces for either squad so far. And we'll see what the coaches are drawing up here. Both coaches on their knees. I think Coach Tricarton over there for the Huskies may have the whiteboard out. McLaughlin also with his whiteboard, possibly drawing up some changes. Well,
you'd have to switch something up at this point.
You do.
As no one scored other than the Huskies. Huskies aren't that far behind at this point either.
No, game's still well within reach.
It is. It's pretty close.
As we do have some personnel changes for the Golden Knights at the very least. I see Vanessa Wiefenbach has checked into the game, as well as number 1, Maria Toner. Nice work by Dion there, securing the offensive zone rebound. This time Kraus has it for the Huskies, and she's not letting go. Pass just over the head of Janessa Brown as the Knights take over. It is the same 5 out there for the Huskies. Toner getting things started to Dion, back to Maria Toner. Should specify there is a Maria Toner in grade 10 and a Kate Toner in grade 11 on this Huskies team. Shot by Weifenbach falls short. Addison Peary taking over. Peary around to Markey. Ooh, nice steal by Maria Toner. Pushes that ahead for herself, catches up, and a beautiful layup. Well done. Coming off the bench, Maria Toner making her impact felt immediately for the Golden Knights.
That timeout definitely was good.
Yep. Gave some players a rest, got some new personnel out there. Yeah, we'll see how well depth plays into this game as we keep it going. Here's Maria Toner again. Finds Dion. Dion driving into the key, looks outside. Sullivan, the leading scorer for the Knights, puts it up. That's no good. Gets her own rebound. That falls out as well. Here's Summer Orser now with a quick break. Orser stopping at the corner and pushes that just wide left. Orser getting hands on that pass, though. Nice turnover created. Janessa Brown driving in, looks across for Kylie Markey. Markey puts it up, and that will fall just out. Weifenbach has it for the Golden Knights, and getting into a match. And check that may be Weifenbach, or it may be Kendra Purley. Number 6 or number 8?
That was number 8.
That's number 8? Oof. It's a tough one to read for the Golden Knights.
That is, actually. Now
Hard to tell.
I'm second guessing myself now.
Yeah, me as well. So apologies to both number 6 and number 8 on the Golden Knights.
I think that is number 6, actually.
Okay, yeah. So that could be Kendra Purley. And if it is, she would be the only grade 8 student at this tournament.
Wow.
Or on the court at this tournament, at least.
I don't think
we don't know the FCA Eagles grades.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Neither the Huskies nor the Lakers have a grade 8 student. Janessa Brown herself, wearing number 8, puts another 2 on the board, and that's 8 points for number 8 in white. Maria Toner bringing it up, looking to respond. Here comes, you know what, I'm gonna check myself, and we're gonna say that is Kendra Purley out there. When I see the back number, it looks more like a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see that beforehand.
Yeah.
I couldn't really see very well the first game that I saw John Caldwell either, so I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure.
Apologies to our fans from Grand Falls. Although you can't be too upset because your team is ahead right now. Maria Toner over to Purley, and now still maintains possession. Strong defense from Brown. Back outside to Maria Toner. Toner dribbling around. She's marked well by number 9, Layla Walton for the Huskies. Shot is no good, and Kylie Markey has taken over. Markey brings it over the line. Looking across the way for Peary. Back inside to Markey. Nice give and go. Markey, shot goes up but bounces out as Golden Knights have it. Purley's pass to Maria Toner is good. Toner looking to stretch the field, does so to Alyssa Sullivan, but Sullivan elects to send it back to Toner, whose shot is just wide right. Peary looking and finding Walton as Walton goes down, and we'll have a foul called here. It looks to go against the Golden Knights. It is number 11, Hayden Dion, the guilty party. So Dion with 5 points.
First
Some
foul,
rebounds.
though.
Yep, first foul.
Which is good.
Neither team, I would say, getting into foul trouble. So
No,
far.
there's not much fighting for the ball, I find. It's a lot of it's less dangerous.
3-point shot there.
Beautiful.
Janessa Brown goes in clean, as that will certainly help the hopes of a Husky comeback. Looking inside for Alyssa Sullivan. Sullivan, shot goes over the net, and the Huskies have it. They could take the lead on this next possession. Here's Addison Peary. Reverse to Janessa Brown. Brown, nice change of direction there. Tries to do too much, though, and is caught up. That's Hayden Dion with the takeaway. Dion all alone. And there's a nice layup to reassert the lead for the team from Grand Falls. Here comes Hartland. They want that back. Markey looks inside, finds Janessa Brown all alone, and there's 2 more on the board. Game picking up a little now here in the last third of the second quarter. Maria Toner driving in, picks her spot, shoots it nicely. She's done really well off the bench for the Golden Knights this quarter. Peary bringing the ball back for a Huskies response. Looking inside for Markey. That was right about where they found Janessa Brown last time, but that's no good. 2-on-1 here now. Maria Toner feeding Alyssa Sullivan, as Sullivan has now hit double digits on the afternoon. Draws a foul to boot, as some subs will come in. And that is, looks like number 2, Addison Peary, the guilty party for the Huskies, her first foul. And some new Golden Knights players checking in. New and familiar faces. Annie Morrison, rather, has come back onto the court, as has Jenna McCarthy. And that goes in for Sullivan. So perfect from the line so far is Alyssa Sullivan. 11 points. Janessa Brown with 15 points to her name, as the Huskies offense definitely going through her. Grade 10 student wearing number 8 in the white and garnet. Nice response by Kate Toner. Both Toners out there on the court right now, number 10 and number 1. Summer Orser looking across for Janessa Brown. Brown double team, but looks to get away. Can't quite do it though, as Alyssa Sullivan creates that loss of possession. This ball will roll out. Timeout called by the Huskies now. 22-28 is the score, as they trail by 6. Starting to come on though in that last little while. But
most definitely, but John Caldwell's able to keep that lead and pull ahead.
Yeah. They've been capitalizing really well on the turnovers.
Exactly,
yeah.
Everything, there's steals too. There's been a lot of steals from their team.
Yep.
Less so than the Huskies. The Huskies, I find, are playing a lot less aggressive than John Caldwell is.
I would agree for sure. John Caldwell, very aggressive on defense, and they've had quite a few points to come from that.
Yeah.
You know, they're only up by 6. We don't have the exact stats here, but I wouldn't be surprised if at least 6 of the John Caldwell points have come directly off of turnovers.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, we should shout out again to the folks who have made this stream possible. Big thanks to our minor officials for this game, Violet McDonald and Emma McFadgen. Emma taking a well-deserved break after a great win over the FCA Eagles just earlier. Lakers will play again at 5:15 against the Hartland Huskies. Big thanks as well up here in the skybox. We've got Ashton Little and Jay Gillett running the console, Austin Jameson on the scoreboard, and Cecilia Pauly doing double duty, working the camera and the color commentary. It will be Huskies ball coming out of the timeout. They're in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can score. Summer Orser has the ball. Alyssa Sullivan trying to get in there, but that's no good. Nice steal by Morrison. She's all alone, and that's no good as the Huskies catch up and manage to gain the turnover. So Huskies dodged a bullet there. Great play by Morrison. Doesn't have any points, but has done a great job distributing the ball for the John Caldwell offense. Here's Janessa Brown, mid-range shot. That bounces just past Orser. Maria Toner has that and gets it to Sullivan, who puts 2 more on the board.
John Caldwell taking a lot more shots now than they had been. I'd say that must have been something they discussed at the timeout.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Here's battle there in the corner. Layla Walton and Kate Toner getting into it, and it is Huskies ball. Here's Summer Orser now at the top of the circle. Finds Ella Hansen. Hansen all the way over to Brown. Brown reversing course. Back to Hansen. Hansen, the lone grade 12 player on this Huskies squad. Hansen still has it. Morrison trying to get in there, and finally we do have a whistle as a jump ball is called. And it looks like the Huskies will be doing a full five girl unit switch.
Seems to be.
John Caldwell with the same 5 out there. So here's Jenna McCarthy to Morrison. Morrison will bring this over, and pass kind of broken up there. Nice work by Kylie Markey. Here's Addison Peary driving down the left flank. Looking across for Grace McCulley. McCulley to Markey. Markey has that. Jael Kraus shooting from just outside the key. That falls short, and it is Morrison taking over. Morrison stretch pass down to Maria Toner. Toner freezes up to Sullivan. Jael Kraus trying to break that pass up, but the Knights still have it. Here's Morrison at the top of the circle. Ooh, and nice work there by the Huskies. That's number 6, Caitlin Faulkner, breaking that up for an offensive chance. No good, though, as the Knights stand tall. Morrison now with a chance of her own, driving in, gets her own rebound, tries to shoot again, and we will have a foul here. It's battling with Addison Peary down in the key. And it will be Peary for the second foul, I believe. We'll confirm it on the scoreboard, but yes, it is indeed number 2 for number 2, wearing the white and garnet. Annie Morrison, first attempts this afternoon from the line. Her first shot. And second shot now. Here at the end of the second quarter. That is up. And that bounces out. Nice work by Grace McCulley taking over that rebound. Here's Kraus. Huskies need to score quickly here. Mere seconds left on the clock. Peary driving in. Rolls just out. And now it's Morrison with just a moment left. Morrison puts it up. And that's so good.
We really got attempt, though.
Yeah. And I think if it had gone in, it would have counted. The ball just left her hands.
Yeah.
As the buzzer was sounding. Those are always very close and difficult to call.
They are.
Yeah, so at the end of the first half, your score is 31 for the John Caldwell Golden Knights, 22 for the Hartland Huskies. Sorry about that. So at the end of the second quarter, it is 31 for the John Caldwell Golden Knights, 22 for the Hartland Huskies. Sorry about that, Cecilia. Just let me know that I was on mute for, I have no idea how long. Hopefully not too long. As we'll get the tennis ball toss, and I think we may take a break now for about 5-6 minutes. We'll come back just before the third quarter. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
And we'll be back soon. All right, welcome back to the second half of Game 4 of the Lakers Invitational Tip-Off Tournament. Right now, the John Caldwell Golden Knights, of aggressive veteran squad, are leading the young Hartland Huskies by a score of 31-22. But the Huskies hungry for the ball here, and they will start in the second half. As, misfire there, Janessa Brown can't touch that because he's going to go over and back, and it's the Golden Knights taking advantage. Can't convert those. Summer Orser has the ball. Here comes Orser. Janessa Brown with it. Brown with 15 points in the first half. The Huskies offense running through her. Kylie Markey dumps it out to Peary, who will shoot and score. As that's two more.
The defense is double teaming. John Caldwell's defense, is double teaming the Huskies so that they can't pass. Seems to be.
There's more of that aggression as there's another nice three-point shot by Hayden Dion. Answering 3 with 2. Always a good recipe for success. Brown now. Looking inside for Kylie Markey. And that's almost stolen away. It is stolen away by Hayden Dion, but she goes down, and Jael Kraus battling with the ball, creating a jump ball. Goes to the Knights as Annie Morrison brings that up. Alyssa Sullivan has the ball now, bumping it out to Hayden Toner. Inside it's Jenna McCarthy, but she can't quite control it. Couple of Huskies diving in there. As that's Orser and Kraus getting hands in, and now, of course, the jump ball will be going to Hartland. Addison Peary starts the rush. Looking around for help, John Caldwell, strong defense, as you mentioned, that double team. Here's Jael Kraus looking to drive in. Has to pump it back out to Peary. Peary's three-point shot attempt will go out. Nice play by Janessa Brown. Keeping that ball alive, but unfortunately no Huskies in the area. Or they were, but they were all sitting on the bench. No active Huskies in the area. So here's Morrison. Reverse to Kate Toner. Finding Dion, and ball pushed out by the Huskies. So the Knights maintain possession here in the offensive zone. Some seconds chomped off the clock. McCarthy finding Morrison. Morrison from the three-point line, and that will roll just outside. Addison Peary has the rebound there. Peary looking to evade the defender, and she does, speeding through. Hands it off to Markey. Back to Peary. Peary looking to drive in, nowhere to go. Bumps it back out to Markey. Markey with the long two, and that rebound bouncing way out to Morrison. Morrison stretch pass has Sullivan, but Peary's there on defense. Sullivan trying to evade her. Shot goes up. Rebound by Dion. Dion's shot also up and over the net. No goal, no points. As it is Addison Peary.
As you can see, there's been a big shift from the first half to the second half. John Caldwell, second quarter, started shooting a lot more. Now they're shooting even more. They're taking as many shots as they possibly can.
Here's Morrison. Starting up, finds Kate Toner inside. Nice work by Toner. She gets 2 with the possibility of one more. Drawing a foul as Violet McDonald will jot that down on the scoreboard. Emma McFadgen will make a note of it in the score sheet. Big thanks to both of those minor officials. Aaliyah Nestoruk just supervising. Nice work by Toner. And we will mention that is the third foul for Addison Peary, one of the 2 grade 11 students on this squad and a starter. So Husky coach...
That's worrisome. She's one of their best players, too.
Yeah, Coach Strickharten's going to want to be careful with how she's being deployed as we move on through the second half. Jenna McCarthy into Morrison. Morrison looking around, has Dion. Dion fakes a move, gets by the defender. Shot goes over the net, and it's Peary who has it, protecting that ball. And a foul is called. I think it is on the Golden Knights.
I would have to imagine.
Yep, it is. Number 3, Jenna McCarthy, her second foul of the afternoon. And Peary, pass up over to Markey. Markey Losing that ball as it dribbles out, and Jenna McCarthy has it for the Golden Knights. Here's Morrison evading the defender. She's going to drive right in, and that ball goes in, and it is a foul on the defender. Wow, I thought it was going to be a charge, but apparently not. Nope, she's going to get a chance to put in a couple more. Annie Morrison, those are her first 2 points from the field. In this game, she has one more from the foul line, and unfortunately that is, Peary's fourth.
Yeah, fourth foul.
That's a tough break, as could have been a 50-50 call there.
It definitely could have.
Yep. The Knights maintaining possession. Kate Toner out to Jenna McCarthy. That's no good, but Hayden Dion has the rebound, fighting through a couple of Huskies. Morrison driving in now, and has to do a little somersault to stay on her feet. And finally, Alyssa Sullivan on the follow-up draws another foul. So Huskies starting to get in a little foul trouble here.
We didn't see that in the first half either.
We did not,
There was
no.
hardly any fouls, actually.
No, and that is Janessa Brown, only her first of the game. So as a team,
Okay.
they are up to 3 in the quarter. But apart from Peary, no player has more than 1. So, yeah, Peary on the bench now, as Coach Trecarton will look to manage her time wisely. We'll probably see her again towards the end of the fourth quarter. Tough break for Hartland, as Peary has been one of the main offensive drivers. Not so much on the score sheet, although she does have 4 points to her name, but she's been distributing the ball pretty well.
She steals quite often, too.
Yeah. Kraus and Morrison going down. It's the Golden Knights who have it.
Playing aggressively.
Follow-up attempt by Kate Toner is good. So the Knights really twisting the wound here as they extend their lead to 17. Really coming on in this third quarter. There's Walton looking for Kraus. Hayden Dion must have gotten hands on that, pushing it out, because it will be Hartland's ball.
I think it hit off of her hand out.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what happened.
Unintentional.
Yeah.
All right, here's Layla Walton. Finds Janessa Brown. Brown twisting back to Walton. Walton with the mid-range shot. That goes up and over, and it's Jenna McCarthy's ball for the Golden Knights. Here's Morrison getting past Orser, and now long stretch pass out. Good work by Janessa Brown, getting hands in there, blocking that shot attempt from Jenna McCarthy. As a timeout has been called, got to imagine by the Huskies, but let's see the official call here. It is, no, we'll check that. That is a John Caldwell timeout. Interesting, as
they're playing super aggressive. I think that their coach may want to talk to them about that, so they don't end up getting fouled, especially down there when the Huskies are shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is very strong, but they're actively almost shoving the players out of the way to get the ball back.
Right.
That could be a foul on them in the long run.
Okay. Yeah, that may be what Coach McLaughlin's going over with his Golden Knights from Grand Falls. On the other side, it is Coach Carrie Trecarton here today for the Hartland Huskies, going over things with her pack. Big thanks to all the folks up here in the skybox making things happen. Ashton Little and Jay Gillett are keeping an eye on things at the console. Austin Jameson is checking all the right buttons on the scoreboard for us, and Charlie Gregory and Kevin Sheffers-Roy have joined us up here. They are going to switch off for camera, so the two of them kind of sharing that role, which will free up Cecilia Pauly to do color commentary full-time. Thanks to our sponsors as well, Scott Pierce at East Coast Elite Remax, or Remax East Coast Elite Realty. I believe it's been a while since we've done those, as well as RSEI Consultants Ltd. If you are interested in being a sponsor of the Harvey Stream Team, please get in touch. My email address is in the link description. Here are the Golden Knights as Annie Morrison, as per usual, starting the rush. Stretch out to Kate Toner. Toner has it, but she's guarded well by Walton. Toner looking for something. She's going to drive in now. Passes across to Morrison, and Morrison's shot is good. So Annie Morrison coming on the score sheet as well as on the court. Janessa Brown looking to respond. She's the leading scorer. Huskies are going to need her if they want to fight back in this. 15 points in the first quarter. None so far here in the, or first half rather. None so far in the second. But still a little over halfway left to play. Here's Janessa Brown looking to prove me wrong. Not quite, but Walton has it, and she will draw the foul here. So there's that John Caldwell aggression in the defensive zone, not paying off.
No, this is exactly what I was figuring would happen in the end.
Layla Walton's first attempts from the line. And her first one is good. That foul was Annie Morrison's first of the evening, we should repeat. And here's Layla Walton with attempt number 2, looking to close this gap. That bounces just out. It's Annie Morrison securing the rebound. Stretch pass down to Kate Toner. Good hustle back by Walton to block her, and I think that's Summer Orser on the ground. Hayden Dion reaching in and trying to rip that away. 25-43 is the score right now. Right. 25-43 is the score right now in favor of the Golden Knights. There's Hayden Dion looking to add a couple more, and she does, up to 12 points on the afternoon. Janessa Brown looking inside for Krause, but that's picked off by Dion. Nice placement, looking like Jamal Peters out there. There's Alyssa Sullivan putting it up. That's no good. Nice work by Jael Krause securing the rebound. Krause is going to bring this up, finds Janessa Brown. Brown driving in, and from the ground passes it out to Haley Johnston. Summer Orser now, and that's ripped away by Annie Morrison. Savvy veteran move by Morrison. Kate Toner.
This aggression's paying off right now, but do you think it will continue to throughout this game?
We'll have to see, and it does depend. Sometimes the refs, it depends on the ref. It depends on how things are going, but how tight things are. And, I mean, you take the wrong step, your foot's in the wrong place for one of those aggressive moves, it can make all the difference.
Exactly, yeah.
So far, Morrison only with one foul to her name, so not in trouble yet, but things can change quickly.
They really can. It's a fast game.
Long pass over to Madison Ryu, and that's good for 3. Nice work from the senior student from Grand Falls. As the Knights extend their lead. Janessa Brown still maintains possession, has Walton over there. Walton's so good, but Brown on the rebound, and there's Janessa Brown getting some points here in the third quarter. Kate Toner driving in. Nice work to get by the defense. Good response by the Golden Knights as Grace McCulley passes over to Brown. Oh, sorry, I might have. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Joe. Oh, sorry, Jar. Yep. And got a whistle as the Huskies are going to back things up. And here's Morrison. Morrison driving around. Has Jenna McCarthy. Alyssa Sullivan looking to get in there. Nice block by Janessa Brown, as that shot will misfire. And the Knights look to set up on offense. Here's McCarthy. Oh, and that's stolen away by Kylie Markey. Markey almost has it. Nice work by Maria Toner as we're dusting up. All right, Golden Knights starting things up again. Annie Morrison over to the net, but that is misfired. So the Huskies will take over. It's Grace McCulley. And nice steal by the Golden Knights. It's a 2-on-0. Alyssa Sullivan all alone and puts two more up on the board. Golden Knights spreading out the scoring pretty nicely. Sullivan, Kate Toner, and Hayden Dion all with double digits.
They're taking the lead that they had from the first half and doubling that. They're definitely capitalizing on the points that they've had from the start.
Very strong third quarter.
Yes, it's really strong. You can definitely see in their defense where I find the Huskies are a super defensive team. John Caldwell, even more so in this quarter.
Three-point attempt from Maria Toner will go wide. And it's the Huskies starting the offensive drive now. Janessa Brown bringing the ball up. She's double-teamed Morrison and Sullivan for backup and misfires just a bit. There's a smart play, though, by Janessa Brown, grade 10 student, but that's a veteran move, putting the ball off your opponent and out of bounds so that your team can maintain possession and get a bit of a breather to set things up.
Yes.
Hayden Dion and Alyssa Sullivan will take a break as a couple other Golden Knights are going to check in. I believe that's Jolene McCarthy, and I'm not sure who else came off the bench. Possibly Madison Ryu. Here's Brown. Mid-range shot attempt. That's no good, but the rebound to McCulley. Haley Johnston in a bit of a battle there with Kate Toner. The opposite numbers. Number 10's going at it. Here's Layla Walton. Finds McCulley. Back to Brown. Brown going for three. That will bounce just out, but nice work by Haley Johnston reaching in for that rebound. Looked to go a little too low for that high pass over to a teammate as the Golden Knights will intercept it. There's Maria Toner finding Morrison driving in as we have a foul. I think that will be, on, number 8, holding. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Layla Walton who got in there, but it will be Janessa Brown, her second of the afternoon. And, just wide open there. Kate Toner right under the net. Couple of easy points for the Golden Knights. Coach Trecarton of the Huskies can't be too happy with that defensive breakdown. But as we mentioned at the start of the game, this is a very, very young Husky squad. Lots of grade 9 and grade 10 players. Whereas Annie Morrison, who scores now, is one of 6 players in grade 11 for the Golden Knights. So a bit of an age and experience mismatch. Natural that the younger squad is the one that may get caught out of position. Here's Janessa Brown, herself in grade 10, but definitely leading the charge for the Huskies. Shot attempt will bounce out. Morrison taking over. Morrison again finding Kate Toner right under the net. She's just doing an excellent job of sneaking past the Huskies' defenses.
So many open shots there. I don't even think they noticed her, actually.
No, Huskies are going to have to tighten up that defense. And Kylie Markey taking advantage of a missed ball, but that shot will not go. Johnson triple team now, but gets it out to Brown. Brown, quick shot. Just rolls and bounces out. Tough break. Huskies has had a few of those. And now it's a break the other way as Maria Toner putting up a quick 2 on that layup. Janessa Brown finds Johnston, but the buzzer will sound just a little too late for a Huskies attempt as the Golden Knights really open up a lead there. Score after 3. That is
62 to 27?
Wow, yeah, 62 to 27. So that means that the Huskies the Golden Knights put up 31 points in that quarter. The Huskies put up 5. So that is going to be your difference maker here.
Yeah.
thanks once again to all the folks working behind the scenes to make the stream possible. We've got our 2 referees. We don't have their names, but we do want to thank them for their work today. They were refereeing the first game between Harvey and FCA, and they may be here all afternoon as we have 2 more games to play after this. Big thanks to Violet McDonald working the scoreboard and Emma McFadgen working the score sheet as well down at the minor officials table. And up here in the skybox, it is Ashton Little and Jay Gillett on the console. Austin Jameson at the scoreboard. Kevin Sheffers-Roy has taken over the camera from Charlie Gregory, and Cecilia Pauly joining me with color commentary. Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you, Mr. White.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure. Nice to get the headset back on. It is my first game back doing commentary here this basketball season. And lots of exciting changes up here on the skybox. If you were able to tune into our Harvey games, our Harvey game this morning, you would have seen the net cam. We had it going for a little bit at the beginning of the first game of the tournament, which would have seen the Huskies fall to the FCA Eagles. And some other stuff in the works as well. It's the Golden Knights starting things off in the offensive end. Can't quite tell who is... Oh, it was Kate Toner putting it in. Jael Krause with some defense as Morrison goes down. Manages to get it out to Jenna McCarthy, though. Here's Kate Toner looking to drive in. Jael Krause with her all the way. But I believe that was Kate Toner, called for a travel. As Addison Peary has checked back into the game. 4 fouls on number 2 in white. Tough break, though. She hasn't been, I'd say, an overly aggressive player.
No, she hasn't been.
Flat-footed a couple times. As Annie Morrison's going to take over. Nothing going there on that possession for the Huskies. Bounces it out to Maria Toner. Shot bounces out, and Markey on the rebound, but there's Maria Toner. Bit of a gift. As Huskies have a turnover there, scrambling in the defensive end, and it's Jolene McCarthy all alone on the side of the net. Shot goes just over, though. Lucky break for the Huskies.
It's interesting to see. John Caldwell's a more aggressive team, yet they have less fouls. I think that's because of their experience with playing. So they're able to know what to do better than the Huskies.
Yep. If you're athletic and have a lot of stamina and are getting in exactly the right position at the right time, you are able to play aggressive without getting fouled. You just have to be smart and quick about it. And that's what these Golden Knights are doing. Jolene McCarthy swinging it out to Ryu. Ryu fakes the shot, driving in and scores 2. 2 more for the grade 12 student from Grand Falls. Here's Addison Peary starting the rush for the Huskies. Finds Jael Krause. Krause over top the circle to Janessa Brown. Brown looking for Krause. Krause now fakes the shot. Nice work by Krause to get herself a bit of space, but unfortunately that will fall just out. But a good fake by Krause. Had both Golden Knight players jumping, able to sidestep nicely to the left. Unfortunately, just couldn't seal the deal at the end there. Huskies still have it, though, as they call the stack here in the offensive zone. We got 3 going right, and it will be to Addison Peary. That shot just bounces out and evading Krause, who tried to swat it back in.
The Huskies can't take as far shots as the Knights can, and I think that's their biggest issue in this game, is that they can't take the shots further back and they can't get in because of the defense. Therefore, they have less points.
Having a tougher time of it for sure. Shot over the net, but Annie Morrison still has it. Maria Toner's going to drive in. She will score 2 with, I believe, the possibility for 1 more. We do have a foul called on the Huskies. We'll see who it's against. There's a couple of white jerseys in the vicinity, and it looks like it's Jael Krause's second of the evening. First in this quarter for the Huskies. As here is Maria Toner putting the ball up. That bounces out, and Brown securing the rebound sends it over to Peary as Huskies look to break quickly. Markey, mid-range shot. That's no good, and Annie Morrison has it. Tough break when the Huskies try to get something going quick. Ball is just not bouncing in their favor.
No.
And evading a little bit. Morrison gets her own rebound, and the second time's the charm for Annie Morrison, putting another 2 up on the board. Peary bringing it up now. Looking for some help, met by Kate Toner. Markey has it. Punches out to Janessa Brown. Brown twisting, finds Peary. Peary bouncing in, now sets a pick as Jael Krause has it. Summer Orser's going to back things up, but that's right in the hands of Annie Morrison. Morrison on the quick break all alone. That's no good. Krause has the rebound for the Huskies as they look to respond. Here's Markey. And nice work there by Toner. We're just giving and going back and forth here as Orser blocking that shot by Maria Toner. Back out to Kate to Morrison. And rebound swatted into the hands of Morrison. Almost had another one, but it's the Huskies now. Here comes Markey. Stops for the mid-range shot, and rebound goes right to Kate Toner, who has Maria Toner on the breakaway. There's 2 more. Fast-paced game here.
It's really fast. Back and forth, but mostly John Caldwell's been able to get the ball in every time that they're over at their net.
2 more by Addison Peary before the substitutions as we get some new faces and jerseys on the court for both squads. It will be Hayden Dion starting things off in the Golden Knights defensive end, asking for some help with the change in personnel. Not quite sure who's supposed to be back there, but it will be Kate Toner jogging back to get that ball. She's met by Jael Krause. Krause with the defense passes it to Maria Toner. Toner with the handoff around the way to Kendra Purley. Dion tried to freeze the defense, but nothing going there. As Huskies protecting the key very well right now. Ooh, Dion streaking in though, finding the hole in the defense. Shot is no good though, as it will be Layla Walton taking over. Here's Walton bringing it up. Has Caitlin Faulkner. Swung out to Krause. Krause stops, shoots. That's just no good as a couple of players on the ground fighting for that ball now. There's Layla Walton for the Huskies and Kendra Purley for the Golden Knights dusting it up.
Chemistry between the players and the Golden Knights is actually amazing as well. They always know where another one is.
Yep. Good
They're able to see each other very well.
Yep. Comes with years of playing together, as most of these players are veterans, and for some I'm sure that extends even past high school. So you've got both Kate and Maria Toner, as well as Jolene and Jenna McCarthy on this team. So pairs of possible siblings, cousins. Maybe they're not related, but
most likely
they seem to be playing together very well. So yeah, I think it's a good guess. Here's Maria Toner pushing that ball just over, and it's Jael Krause taking over. Krause will start the rush for the Huskies. She's met by Maria Toner and finds Walton on the inside. Walton turn and shoot. Walton will draw the foul there. And she scored 1 from the foul line so far. I think that was 1 for 2, although it was possibly just...
I think it was 1 for 2 as well.
Yeah, I know it must have been because I don't have other points here, so she didn't...
That was number 6.
So Kendra Purley's first foul.
Yeah.
And nice shot is... first one will go in for Layla Walton. Second shot now for Walton. Shot is up, and that's good too. Nice clean basket. So good work from Walton. That's 3 points for her now, all from the foul line. Here's Maria Toner looking to get that back. Finds Jolene McCarthy. Back to Toner at the top of the circle. Toner outside to Dion. Dion's going to take the long shot, and that's no good. Krause has that all alone for the rebound. Here's Krause driving up. Has Addison Peary. Peary over to Kylie Markey. Ball just bouncing out, and it's Maria Toner. Nice hustle back by Peary to get there. Toner will still put it up and in, though. So those breakaways can be tough to beat, even if you do get back and in position. If you plant too soon, you're done. Nice work there, Layla Walton, putting a couple points on the board from the field. Tries to get her Huskies back into this. Long-range shot attempt from Maria Toner goes out, but Hayden Dion has it. Back to Toner. She looks in the corner for Jenna McCarthy. McCarthy with a nice move to evade a couple defenders. Can't finish it off, though, as the ball bounces out. Here's Caitlin Faulkner wearing number 6 for the White and Garnet. Walton with a nice shot from just outside of the key. Walton doing a great job here in the third quarter, finding some space.
Able to break past the defenders.
Markey looking for Kraus. Kraus has to go back. She does have it. There's Addison Peary going for 3, and that is just wide. As we're going to have a full lineup switch from the Huskies. Full 5-lady unit coming on. And the Golden Knights will also take advantage of this time to swap a couple of players in. I think the real number 8, Vanessa Weifenbach, is on the court now.
I believe so.
Yep. Yeah, seeing both number 8 and number 6 on there, we can for sure say the player we had mistakenly identified as Vanessa Weifenbach for a few moments in the first quarter was indeed number 6, Kendra Purley. So apologies again there. Here's Janessa Brown. Brings the ball up. Nice move to find Summer Orser at the top of the circle. Over to Ella Hansen. Hansen defended well. Double team now by the Knights, and they steal it. As whistle there, Jenna McCarthy can't quite get the break she wanted. And not sure what that call was.
I don't know. Maybe it was a travel?
Yeah, it could be.
Like if they picked up.
If they picked up, you're going too quickly. It was a carry,
carry.
Is the call. Thanks to Charlie Gregory for the eyes on that one. And bit of a melee there is Purley and Orser dusting it up. It's a jump ball. Golden Knights turn to have it. Maria Toner, she's met at the line by Janessa Brown, and getting a little rough there as a foul is called. I believe it's a hold. Not sure which player is guilty. Oh, no, it looks like possibly Janessa Brown.
I think it is, yes. That would be.
That would be her third foul, and we do see that on the scoreboard. As Brown takes over now. Brown bringing it up, and that's no good. Here's Summer Orser. Ball's just a little short. Huskies still fighting hard for those rebounds, but jump ball there. And it will be. That's the end of the third quarter. The third quarter? Or the fourth quarter? Fourth quarter. Yeah,
that's
sorry.
the fourth quarter.
Was looking at the wrong place on the scoreboard there. So 72-35 is your final score. A much more even fourth quarter, but of course that third quarter really where the Knights were able to pull away.
They were able to pull ahead a lot there.
That's a good win for a veteran squad and a good learning opportunity for these young Huskies.
Huskies still played really well too.
Yeah.
They played very well against FCA as well.
They should still hold their heads up high, and they are in for a tough test against the Lakers coming up at 5:15. Yeah. Don't think that was ever in question.
No.
Janessa Brown for the Huskies, player of the game in a losing cause, but 17 points on the evening. And Annie Morrison, who didn't quite show up as much on the score sheet as some of her teammates, but was a key distributor. Lots of steals. Great work by the grade 11 student. And so, if you didn't hear that, FCA and John Caldwell playing again at roughly 3:37, about an hour from now, as we give the girls a chance to recuperate. We'll be back with that game as well, so stay tuned here to the Lakers YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll be back in an hour.